NicoB, here with a Let's Play of AI the Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative.
Yes, has no big surprise here, right? I pretty much been saying this for the past couple of months that I was going to be checking this game out and probably checking it out the moment it was launched. But yes, the time has finally come to see what crazy freaking sequel Uchikoshi has brought to AI the Somnium Files. Now, I think some of you might be slightly surprised though, simply because I know it's sort of known a bit in the community that I wasn't like wholeheartedly in love with the original game. But I want to make something clear because I do feel like there's sort of this misconception that I hated the last game. I didn't. All right, I didn't. All right, I can't possibly hate a game that made me like literally tear up in one of its endings. Like really, like it fucked me up, but in the best way possible because I really gave a shit, you know, about the characters and what was happening. So yeah, a game that does that is never like, oh, this game's garbo. Like that's like impossible, basically. Unless I'm crying because I think it's so bad, but that is not the case here. But I definitely had my issues for certain. There were things that I think that I still believe are valid criticisms against the last game that, you know, I felt did mar this experience a little bit for me. But I don't think it's a bad game. I don't. And I would still say for the most part, I enjoyed my time and my experience with the game. But there were just a few things that I still felt like sort of held the game back for me personally from saying that it was like one of Uchikoshi's best games. I still say that goes to 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, at least for myself personally, out of the ones that I played. But I was very excited about this game, and that was kind of namely for one good reason. The main character isn't Date. The main character this time is actually going to be Mizuki, and seemingly another younger boy character that seems to also be sort of the yin to her yang, right? But that immediately upon hearing that made me so much more excited about this game. Because to be perfectly frank, by the end of the last game, as much as I did really like Date, I did, he still ended up following a very, very samey archetype that Uchikoshi has been doing for a lot of his old games, right? A lot of them. The same goofy, horny, decently smart, maybe lacking some common sense male protagonist character. And it's been done again and again and again and again. And I think after a while, it just started to get old, especially with some very repeated jokes and goofy things, especially during those action sequences from the last game, to where I was like, oh man, I don't know. Like I was kind of over it. However, there were definitely some really good characters in the last game, and easily the best one was Mizuki. She was, I think, in my opinion, she's the best character that Uchikoshi's ever written. Legit, I think she was amazing. Every time she was on screen, she was like a force to be reckoned with, you know? She was both funny and in a good way, I feel like. Had a really good story, a good conflict of her own with her own father, with Date. The fact that she was intelligent, but also still, you know, at least in that last game, was still a child, basically. And the fact that now in this game, she's going to be older and be the one we're actually in control of. So much better, man. Like, it just makes me so much more excited for this game. Because I really did like Mizuki a lot. Hell, even by the game's end, I actually wasn't like, I grew to sort of tolerate Oda because I realized Oda, his character was sort of created to be sort of that annoying character, but he kind of got redeemed, right? He had like by the end of the story, he sort of gets a moment of redemption and self-reflection. So, and I appreciated that. But there were other characters, like I said, that I was never a big fan of. I wasn't a huge fan of Iris even by the end of the game. And while I definitely didn't hate Date, I didn't. He's still the same lovable dork that, you know, is always the case for these kinds of characters. The things and the jokes that came around him and stuff ended up sort of wearing a little bit thin. But the nice thing about this game seemingly is that this game does seem to be sort of taking it's hard to tell whether it's actually a sequel or like an alternate universe, to be honest. Because a lot of things that we've seen from just the basic trailers, and I haven't seen every single trailer. I sort of cut myself off back like after a while. That's usually what I do after like a few months before release. If they're still releasing stuff, I tend to just go dark on that stuff. We definitely saw some like weird things that are like, is this really the same universe? Is that like, we saw Date's original body, you know, we saw that I don't think was actually Date. I think it might have still been Saito, but he had an eye patch on, but we know from the last game, Saito died, and then seemingly Date got his original body back. So that didn't seem like it made any sense. And, you know, the fact that Mizuki now has Aiba, right? And she's missing which means she's going to be missing an eye, right? It's like, well, what? How did that happen? When did that happen? It seems like a lot of weird things that are happening that don't really follow the events and plot of the last game. And from everything that Uchikoshi has mentioned about this game, it seems like this is potentially like a new canon, right? An alternate universe. And that is something that was dabbled a little bit in the last game. Very little bit. Like Iris literally goes, parallel worlds are real, right? At like one point in the game. And then there were some kind of weird shenanigans that sort of happened in the final moments that were like, how did they know this? Like, how did they get this information? And that sort of suggested that maybe there's more to this than meets the eye. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that gets addressed here specifically, because I do think that is going to be a big major point of this, right? I mean, we're already seeing like, look at this title screen. We got the red on the left and the blue on the right, like the cut down the middle of two different worlds. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So I'm expecting probably maybe even more mind fuckery Uchikoshi shit that we've seen in previous games. Because the funny thing in the last game, there was definitely some surprises, but I don't know if I would say there were any crazy mind fucks. I think the actual like surprise of the game was that the crazy like, you know, shit that Iris was saying that seemed like usual Uchikoshi stuff wasn't actually true, right? That was the mind fuck. That was the surprise. And I personally was like, it was a lot of it kind of depended on whether you would actually, you know, partaken and seen any of the previous promotional material for the game, which I had not. So it kind of felt a little bit flat for me. And I hope that isn't the case here. I hope they don't do that same thing again. But I will say the game has actually based on the early reviews, has gotten received very positively. And I think even more positively than the previous game. I've actually heard that the animations in this game are actually a lot better too, which is good. Because that was always the sort of the issue with both AI, the Somnium Files, and Zero Time Dilemma, where they really started making more use of the 3D models. The models themselves look good, but the animations weren't great. So I'm happy to hear that they might have improved a bit in this game. But yeah, I want to make perfectly clear though to you guys, because I know some of you might be like hesitant, especially if you like were a diehard love the first game, right? And maybe we're a little miffed and frustrated with my opinions of that last game. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now, okay? I'm always gonna be honest with you, okay? I feel like that's an important part of any of these Let's Plays, right? Because if I'm not going to be honest with you, if I'm just going to sit here and, you know, shoot hot air up your butt and pretend like everything that I'm playing I love to death and there's nothing wrong with it and I'm always just like okay with everything that's happening, I feel like that takes away from the actual like enjoyment of these Let's Plays, which is actually hearing my genuine reactions about things, you know? And sometimes we may not always agree on that. And that's okay. That's all right. I'm going to make perfectly clear, I'm not saying that I am in this infallible, perfect person that I'm always right about everything. I've had you guys a lot of times like come up with a good argument. Maybe there's something that did bother me in the game and you guys give me a nice counterpoint that, you know what, Nico, maybe you misunderstood it. It means like this. And I go, oh, okay, that's a good point, you know? So I'm not an infallible person, okay? And I'm not saying that if you loved the last game that you're wrong, okay? I think the general gist of what created this sort of this split a little bit was that the things that bothered me in the last game, it wasn't so much that they weren't necessarily flaws. They were just things that for other people didn't bother them as much because the other parts of the game they liked a lot. Some people actually really love Iris, you know, even if for myself, she felt a little bit flat, but that's more of a matter of opinion, right? A lot of this shit is opinion, super subjective. And I feel like some people, you know, when narrative pitfalls and goofy shit like that happen, if the characters are captivating enough, they don't really care, right? But I feel like for a game like this that's written by Uchikoshi that's intended to be like these crazy, you know, mind-bending mysteries, I want them to be consistent to at least some extent, you know? Obviously all this shit a lot of times is based a bit on the supernatural, so it's not gonna be, you know, like this is all really feasible in reality. But if they come up with a rule set or something that they plan to do, like it has to make sense. The characters have to be doing things that make sense and they have to follow a rule set that makes some sense. So the point is, I'm always gonna be honest with you guys, okay? I can't guarantee that I'm gonna love this game. I can't, I don't know. But I will do my best not to be like super negative. And I think one thing that I can do to help sort of prevent that from happening again is, especially after playing the last game, I know is a distinct possibility. There's a very distinct possibility that the fluff dialogue in this game could be bad. Because that's kind of what it was in the last game. Especially after a while. Like after examining all the different objects, there were so many freaking awful, terrible, in my opinion, like not funny puns that my brain started to just kind of go a bit. And it definitely didn't help the situation or my frustration with some of the other things that bothered me. So I'm not saying that I expect this game not to have that. No, this game's absolutely going to have that. All right. It's 100% going to have it. It depends, one, how much of it is there and how is it executed here, right? I really don't like, shying away from fluff dialogue because I do really usually like it. But if after a certain point, I feel like the fluff dialogue just isn't doing anything for me and is actually taking away from my experience, I think I'm going to stop. And then I can just have you guys maybe indicate things to me that are that have more thought put into them. Like the whole my name is Kagami, right? Like that shit, which I think is genuinely quite funny. Or, I'm looking at the cat clock and then suddenly Aiba in my ear goes, actually, I thought it was really funny. Hey, listen, I have nothing against puns, but you have to work hard for them. I think puns are probably the hardest humor to actually pull off well, And the high stool thing, man, that is not gonna cut it for me, all right? So if I start getting some of that really cringy shit, and a lot of it after a while, I might, after a few episodes, just be like, all right, I'm just not gonna look at that shit anymore. And I hope you guys understand that. And I'm actually doing that because I don't like talking badly about games, to be honest. Because I know that there are people out there who are really loving a game, and if it's, especially early on, God, it's I don't want to criticize something that, people might not feel that way about. It's surprisingly difficult to do. You might think I'm super getting off to pissing people off or whatever, but I really don't. And I always have to think long and hard before I make a critical point about a game that bothers me. But anyway, that's it. I want to get that out of the way at the start because I know that's going to be something that some people think about when I'm playing this, but I just want to get that out of the way. That I'm being honest with you. I can't guarantee I'm going to love it, but I'm absolutely going to do my best to try and avoid the things that might potentially bother me in hopes of seeing the things that are really great about the game. I actually just realized, look at the name here. Look it down at the Nirvana Initiative. I actually realized it says AI. The A and the I are actually capitalized. Cute. But all right, that's it. I'm not going to bring that up anymore for the rest of the playthrough. I just want to bring that up at the start. So anyway, I'm excited to see what this game has to offer, how this story continues. I did hear that apparently there is actually, I think, a spoiler thing that you can actually turn on and off. And that was something that they advertised. You can actually choose whether the game references any of the last game, which is really interesting. And I'm what? That's kind of wild. Start the game with this text line. This can never be changed. Okay. See, choose the difficulty. This can be changed later. So for players who want to focus on the story. Oh, interesting. Story command for the QTE should probably just run out of attention. That's fine. Oh, we're gonna have cuts or QTs and cutscene or something. These are the Somnium stuff. I'm curious to see how they have adjusted the Somnium thing, because that was pretty damn new, right? The last game, we'd never had anything quite like that. They're kind of, I guess you could say the escape rooms to an extent, but it's pretty unique. I'll actually be curious because I feel like having one game under your belt where you've got that kind of can lead you be able to find what worked and what didn't work. So 3, try count 3, interaction, time, speed, normal. All right, yep, that all sounds good. Features and autosave. I think there's supposed to be something at the start here that supposed to bring up whether you want the spoiler thing turned on or not. And I definitely want it on because I definitely want them to reference the last game. Because I did play it. 210, A Strange Chill, Converge Chapter 0. Little chapter thing is it's framed just like it was in the previous game. That's cool. Cool effect. Faith.
Where am I?
Ryuki. So this is supposed to be the new guy, huh? There's Boss.
You okay, Ryuki?
All right, let's keep going. Next question.
Collector Clark is back as Boss.
In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability?
Would you like to view the tutorial? Yes. Inspecting people and objects will progress the story. You can freely move the cursor and camera and first look around and set cursor on objects that interest you. Okay, good. I actually want to adjust the audio a little bit. I think that the music's a little loud and the voices are a little quiet. Flowchart options, okay. You want to exit the game, go back to the title screen in the top menu and look at the top. All right. How crazy is this flowchart? Actually, will I even be able to see? Populate as you progress the story. Actually, I probably will not be able to see. I think that's how it was in the last game too. Yeah. They just throw you right in, don't they? Eyeballs obtained. Ooh, eyeballs. Okay, hold on. Options. Let's go ahead and adjust the music just a bit. Voice volume needs to be higher. I think the SFX needs to be brought down just a bit. Oh, that's cute. Up there it says Manager Agent Agent Ryuki. That's cute. I like this. Actually, like the options are like a little worksheet. I was like, where's my cursor? Oh, there it is. The answer button. Boss is with me here. What am I doing here?
Just press the button already. You see that button on the table, right? Push it and you get to answer the question. What? You're joking, right? What are you talking about? In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits?
Did a boss always have those little... I'm trying to see if her hair looks different. I think it's a little different. It's a little like... It's got like two little hairs coming down from the side of her face. I think it's a little different.
That imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability. If you know the answer, spit it out.
Log, you can check the conversation log. Okay. Wait, I must examine things. A camera. A monitor. Okay, so yes, we're definitely carrying over the, well, at least so far. There was definitely like, so if there wasn't anything to say about an object, it was just like a monitor, a table, a chair. That's how it was in the last game. So honestly, I will take that over a billion terribly cheap puns. Why do you look like that?
Look like what? You feeling all right there, Mr. Ryuki?
Can I hear the question again?
How about this? I'll repeat the question for you, okay? In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability? Now remember, the other teams can press their buttons too if they know the answer.
They're sure taking their sweet time.
It's that button right on top of your table.
So I assume this is like a test Somnium for Ryuki here. A signboard. Does it say faith to face? Special. Okay, let's just get going.
That's the answer button for the quiz.
Oh, okay, there's the new Dami Mommy Booba Aiba. We've definitely got a glimpse of that from the trailers. At least when she gets in her full form here.
Why don't you press it?
Tama, you mean this button?
Yeah. You'd better hurry, or the other teams are gonna answer before you.
Push it.
There we go! Team Popo was the quickest. And your answer is?
Place your cursor on the host to try answering the quiz questions. Okay. Boss, what do I do? I don't know the answer. Does this say Date? Fucking yes.
Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
The answer is Gandharva.
Date. What? Who? Oh, sorry. Am I not supposed to know who that is?
Okay, let's keep going then, shall we? Next question. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
Oh, this is how they're gonna do it here.
What?
What?
No, not you, Mr. Ryuki.
Let's just go right at the start, break the fourth wall.
This question is for that person on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Who was that?
Well, that's interesting. That's actually kind of, I'm curious how seriously should I be taking this, right? Because this is, I said, Uchikoshi lives off this shit, okay? He loves fucking with us. This show, why ask me? Can I hear the question? Oh, wait, I have to hit the button. Boss, what is it? I heard a voice just now.
Yes.
Yes.
You think so? Seems like a normal quiz to me.
Boss, why are you freaking out? New Cyclops serial killings.
The questions in this quiz aren't aimed at you, Ryuki. They're for you. On the other side.
The you that's in the you.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, I don't know, man. This definitely feels... I mean, maybe this shit will never get brought up again and it's not meant to be that way, but it definitely feels like it is like... The fact they're doing it this way, right?
Oh, and Team Popo presses the button. You must be ready to answer. But before you do, I want you to take this question very seriously.
Kagami, is that you?
The new Cyclops serial killings. The incident in which many victims got their eye gouged out and murdered. Are you or are you not familiar with it?
This is the tool if we can dig into the details of that incident in the coming 6 days.
In the coming 6 days, really?
In other words, we're asking if we can give you spoilers for the first game.
But don't worry. Even if you don't know anything about it, it won't affect how you progress through this game.
So this is very interesting to me, right? Because, like, what it essentially is leading to is basically two versions of a game where one is not going to reference the previous game and one will. And it's like, I don't even know how that's going to work, because if it's supposed to be like a sequel, then that should lead to references and referential material that talks about the last game. So I don't know what the hell this means. And it almost makes you wonder if that in of itself is actually an important detail in the game. Like, essentially I'm playing two different universes. Like, how deeply should I fucking think about this, you know? Like, how much is this? It's just a plot device, or is it actually like in-game lore?
The song of serial killings and what you're about to experience, they got nothing to do with each other. Promise.
So I've actually already been made aware of these before I started this, because I want to make sure I remember them.
So please, just tell me honestly, are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
I am.
Are you sure? Don't be lying now. Let's give you a simple test just to make sure. The one who resolved the new Cyclops serial killings was Kaname Date of Abyss. On the final day of that investigation, someone was shot in the leg by the culprit. Who was that someone?
So the funny thing is that there's two questions here, apparently. And the one that apparently people have trouble with is this one. And I actually remember this one. This is Mizuki.
No need to give me their last name. First name only, please.
Okay. Yeah, this one's Mizuki. I remember her getting shot in the leg. However, and I knew that this might be an issue, I don't remember like every character's fucking name from the last game. And I had a feeling it might ask me this next one here. So I actually could not remember the next one's name.
Oh, not bad. You're correct.
Okay, good. At least it tells you if you're right.
You could have just gotten lucky. How about we go for one more round? Who is the true culprit of the new Cyclops serial killing?
Yeah, I figured if there was going to be a question like this at the start, that's what it would ask you. But I was like, not Dante? That's all I can remember. I couldn't remember that numbnut's fucking real name.
Answer with just the first name again, please. Let's have it.
But thankfully, RB reminded me, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's fucking Saito. That was what his stupid name was.
Wonderful. That's another right answer.
Got him. Hopefully you didn't Wikipedia that shit.
Sorry for doubting you.
Yeah, don't you dare.
You really do know about the new Cyclops killings. Oh, did you hear that sound? That means the next question will be the last.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Dun-dun.
A precognitive dream is a dream that lets you see the future. But these precognitive dreams,
Are they really,
Oh shit.
truly real?
Holy shit. This is actually a cool way to start this, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wow. Ah!
It can't be.
Splat. What's wrong? Got a splitting headache. Ah, shit, boss, no! Ah, damn, you're having a weird day. I can still see my cursor. I gotta shoot shit. Get out of here, cursor. I want to see the cutscene. There she is. I love her new outfit. Her redesign here looks great. Oh, I see. It goes away after if I don't move.
Be careful, Mizuki. I've detected a biological response.
Oh, that's cute. Aiba's actually got some new little animations for her her chibi form here. I don't think she really animated much in her chibi form portrait down there.
3 o'clock. Distance of 315 feet. In the middle row of seats.
Oh, fuck. Hey! Hit the bullet back at him, Mizuki. Oh, shit, it's go time. Here we go, penguins. They got like an upside down mask on? During the story with the power of Aiba, you can gain special visual information. Right now, you can use zoom and night vision mode functions. Select zoom night vision to inspect the enemy in the audience feed. Let's see, how do I do that? Oh, there we go.
Aiba, zoom in, night vision mode.
Roger that.
There's music. I see you, bitch.
I don't see anyone.
I see him, they're right there. I just gotta... Oh, X-ray.
Use the X-ray next.
Understood.
Oh, I see you, motherfucker.
Found you. Who is that?
Identity unknown. Judging from their figure, they appear to be female.
Ah, so she's jealous, huh? I bet that's it. Why else would another girl target me?
You can't think of any other reason?
Well, sure, but I'm really cute, you know?
Hell yeah.
That's why other girls don't like me much.
I am fairly certain that has more to do with your personality.
Shoot him in the tit.
Mizuki, load Evolver with a stun grenade round. You should be able to knock your opponent unconscious by detonating it near them.
Got it.
Now fuck that, I'm gonna kill him. Oh, here we go. Spin the wheel. We have this goofy stuff again. All right, here we go.
Okay, it's ready.
I will display the aiming reticle. Take aim and pull the trigger.
On it.
Eat this.
What's with this girl?
Holy shit! Fuck! Can I just drop a nuke on her?
Where did she go now?
Detecting the target's footsteps. They seem to be heading toward the stadium exit.
Apparently she didn't give a fuck about that.
Can't let them get away.
Mizuki, wait. Even you won't be able to catch up to them. More importantly...
There's half a dude over there.
There's something there.
Yes.
Ow!
Hey, that's...
You recognize him?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget. It's... The left half of his body. His name is Jin Furue. I remember it clearly. 6 years ago, at Studio Devaita. The... right half of his body.
Six years ago.
Ryuki, what's wrong? Pull yourself together.
Oh. What? What in what?
Boss.
What the hell is this guy doing back here? Fucking mob dude. Dude, who the hell is Minecraft Steve over to the left there?
Where am I?
Don't tell me you were sleeping. Who falls asleep in the middle of a live stream?
There's Iris over there. Wait, what? Is Ryuki's side taking place 6 years before Mizuki's side? Shut up! Don't laugh at me! Wow, that guy's interesting looking. There's Iris and Mizuki, and then the mob guy with the very tiny pupils.
Mr. Ryuki, you're working under Boss, right?
I guess. Also, hi, Iris.
Boss, have you been giving him vacation time?
She's probably working him to the bone on his off hours, too.
I I resent that. That is not true. I just have him scrape the stratum corneum off my heels every once in a while.
I'm glad she's back. She was funny. Ricky's like, this is so awkward.
Hey, Ryuki. Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now that Mr. Ryuki is away, let's get back to it, shall we?
I hope that whatever we're here for is to talk about why your head is so cubic, sir.
Here we go. Next question. Which Taoist symbol, shaped like interlocking black and white commas,
Really? Sorry, I just find it. Wow, they're going. I would like right at the start. I'm like, literally the yin to the yang here, and now they're like, all right, well, what's the yin yang?
represents the origin of all things?
I know it. I'm gonna press it. Press it real quick.
What the? A blackout?
What are you standing around for?
Damn it.
Get the lights.
I knew this. I knew the answer though.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'm on it, boss. Oh. Fray to free. There's a QR code. Get your phone out, penguins. Hold up. I need to. Oh, I can't do it. We're moving around. What the fuck? What in the hell is going on, dude? It has to be, right? It has to be. It fucking has to be. You guys see that option? You see that option on the right? I see it. It's the first thing I'm gonna do when we start this shit. We gotta start this right?
I have a bad feeling about this, but you really want to know my name?
Okay, this is gonna start off on the right foot.
Yeah.
Then I'll tell you, but please don't forget it, okay?
Got it.
My name is Kagami.
He's back! Best boy's back.
Kagami, huh?
Kagami.
Okay, I'll remember that.
All right, here we go. Yes, Mizuki, carry on Dante's will. Here we go.
Here it comes. I knew this would happen. I'll say it one more time. My name is Kagami.
Is it the same voice actor?
I told you it's Kagami!
It probably is. I know his name already. I don't think I need to ask again. I think I know his name already. I probably don't need to ask. His name is... What was it again?
Hey, what's your name again?
Give me a break.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Oh, I can't do it anymore. That's it. We're starting. I like that though. I like the reference there. Because the game knew if you played the last game, you're very likely gonna do this, right? And I love that he's like, oh, I don't like how this is going. Empty seats. Regulation line. Hi, boss. Why are you here?
You do know I'm the commander of Abyss, right?
Right, but that's why I'm asking. Isn't it a bit weird for you to be at a crime scene in person?
This case is special. I saw it too, 6 years ago. The other half of the corpse.
At Studio Divita.
Because we're all hanging out on that fucking, that game show. Okay, maybe I can get the QR code here. Hold on here. I'll see if I can. It's kind of small. Fray to free. It took me to a video, an unlisted video. And it is very creepy looking. What in the? It's about 42 seconds. It is super weird. I'm actually gonna show it to you guys. I'll have Sai edit this in for you so you guys can see this. It is super fucking weird. What the fuck? There's a ball hitting a guy in the head. Eyeballs are popping out. Explosions. Acid trip. Whoa. This looks like some Adult Swim shit here. And that's it. That's it. That was interesting. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know. What does free to free mean?
And the HB case is still open, even after all this time. The reputation of the whole department hangs on this case.
HB, is it for half body or something?
By HB case, she is referring to the half-body serial killings. So named because the victims' bodies were cut in two.
Okay, so not the only one, huh?
The culprit is known as Terror.
Haha, I see what they did there.
Their identity is unknown. 6 years have passed since Terror first made themselves known, but we have yet to find any promising leads.
I already know that. You don't have to explain it.
Aiba's trivia. During investigations, Aiba and Tama talk. Trivia and additional information will be displayed on the top screen. Regarding terror, terror has two meanings. Tear, as in tears when you cry. The other tear means to rip something. The culprit of the HB case is more a reference to the latter. By adding an at the end of tear or tear, we get terror. I definitely put that together, game. Thank you. This is a bonus feature, so you don't need to read it to progress the game. Aiba and Tama talk? Is Aiba... Okay, this is what I'm gonna be very curious about. Is like, Aiba and Tama? Is Tama talking from a different time period? Unless Ryuki's older, or he doesn't age or some shit. About Date.
Why? What is it?
Well, I was just wondering if he contacted you or anything.
I would have let you know right away if he did. Date was caught in that explosion 6 years ago.
What?
And has been missing ever since. Date's body was never recovered from the scene.
Interesting. We're showing Saito's body here, not his actual form, which is interesting.
Don't worry. I am positive it would take more than that to kill Kaname Date. I am certain he's at the Hot Springs District in Atami or someplace, spending his time in leisure.
Okay.
If he is, I'd go down there and drown him in that boiling water myself.
Okay, so in this storyline, at least so far, she was still seemingly raised by Date. It'd be interesting to know, like, I would love to hear if anyone who ends up playing the other side, right? The side that didn't have any spoilers to the reference to the other game, like, was that there? Was that section there? Like, what's different? I would love to hear it after we played through it, of course. Like that line wasn't there in that side. I mean, to be fair, that didn't really spoil anything. So maybe honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't affect anything till maybe like the very end of the game. Will you let me investigate this case?
Of course not.
What? Why not?
Because you're only 18, Mizuki. You're still a student at Sekiba High.
But I barely even go now. I graduate in a month. I hardly have any classes left.
Also, she's like literally a god. She can like bench press a truck.
The point is, you're still a student.
Then why did you let me join Abyss?
Because I thought you had potential as a sinker.
I assume your gargantuan strength and combat ability were a factor as well.
Yeah.
But you're basically still an intern. You've only been training for about a month. It's way too early to put you in the field.
Want me to kiss no matter what, bitch?
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
Please, boss. I have to. This case is...
Can you not give me the puppy dog eyes? You know I'm weak to the puppy dog eyes.
Yes, I do.
Fine. But promise me one thing. Swear to me that you won't do anything dangerous or illegal, no matter what.
Sure.
Yeah, I swear, I swear!
And one more thing. I am your superior. You should address me with a little more respect.
10-4, boss man. I read you loud and clear.
Do you?
Boss, she's my direct superior now. Detective. Hello.
I don't even have to ask about you. You're Mizuki Okiura, 18 years old, a high schooler attending Sekiba High, the all-girls school, right?
Dude, why the fuck does this guy have fangs? I see, he's talking. You see, he's like two bottom fangs or something.
But Okiura is your former name. You've been adopted by Date, if I remember correctly.
Unless the model's fucked up or something. It's like kind of odd.
You were at the studio when the other half of the corpse was found.
So I take it you were there too?
Yeah. Back then I was on the investigation team. Though you were 12 at the time, so I can't blame you for not remembering me. I heard you became a special agent at Abyss. That boss lady got her claws in you, huh? This little girl gets hired as an investigator. Huh. Guess they'll take anyone they can get. Times sure have changed.
Abyss is a particularly special organization. Mizuki was hired via what might be referred to as extra-legal measures.
Your...
What? You really don't know? I'm Detective Ushidera, Special Investigations Office, MPD. I should be asking you. You're the one who discovered the body, right? You were also at the studio 6 years ago when the other half was found. Quite a coincidence, don't you think?
What are you trying to say?
Why did you come here?
I got a Nile message. It said, HB Stadium.
Nile stole thing.
That could only be referring to the case 6 years ago, right?
The half-body serial killings.
I need to know more about that case. Changed my life. Forever. So that's why I came.
Oh, hey, I can actually, I can speed up or slow it down. That's cool. Regarding Mizuki's smartphone, if it gets the reception...
I haven't found anything
yet. Oh, shit. It affected that thing. Wait, how do I... Candy Network, I can make calls to send and receive messages on the Nile, and Mizuki says, I don't want you to know about my private life. If I leave my eyes closed, you won't be able to... Oh, wait, no, there we go. Oh, there we go. Now I can do it. As long as I'm not looking at something, I gotta make sure that I'm not, like, already in the middle of a dialogue tree here. Well, let's see, which is why she still carries her smartphone around. Cool, okay. I thought, like, that's cool, but it goes really slow. I'm glad I can affect that.
Oh, there is something I didn't find that's particularly interesting.
His dick!
You didn't notice? Look at the field. You'll see what I mean.
It's snowing, but it hasn't piled up yet.
Yeah.
By the way, Mizuki, there is something that has been bothering me.
Is the field heated or some shit?
What's this?
This is the field before law enforcement arrived. Notice anything peculiar?
No, nothing in particular.
The turf runs a considerable distance and is wet from the snow. If someone were to step on it, they would leave a trace. However,
there aren't any footprints.
Indeed.
Then how did the body...
Unknown. Perhaps they descended from the sky, or rose up from the ground. Or they teleported here.
Teleported?
I was joking. Do not take it seriously.
There's no trace of any disturbance in the field, so how did the body get here? I can't really look up too much. See some lights up there. If I could focus on it. Oh my god. It's a little finicky. Seriously, what the hell? Oh, there's the stadium lights. That's all I gotta say. About the Nile message.
Who sent the message?
I don't know. It was sent from an account that signed up with a fake name. Someone must have wanted me to discover the body.
Someone?
Maybe the culprit.
Why would the culprit do that to you?
I don't know.
There is one more thing we don't know. The masked woman who shot at us earlier. Who could this person of interest be?
Yeah, they've got like an upside down mask on. That's actually kind of neat.
And why did she try to kill you?
0. Any leads? There's no trace of any disturbance in the field, so how did the body get here? Wait, what? I didn't ask him that. Oh, that was weird. That might have been a glitch, actually. I hit right, and it didn't pick that option. It just examined the field again. Or maybe that's all it was. I don't know. Hello, sir.
Weird though, isn't it? He got killed 6 years ago, but the body shows up now?
Did you find anything?
Oh, no. I just started investigating, really.
Are you cold?
Nah. The lining has heating wires in it, so I'm warm. Oh, thank you for the concern, though.
Alright, let's make sure I get everything else before I start examining this guy. Do you recognize the body?
Of course, ma'am. It's Jin Furue. I don't think there's anyone in our generation who wouldn't recognize him.
IT company CEO.
He was famous until he passed away. Well, even after he died.
And 6 years ago, I was part of that investigation too.
Were you at the studio by any chance?
You don't remember? We did talk for a bit.
You asked me my name a billion times back then, too.
Sorry, don't remember. You don't leave much of an impression. In a good way.
In a good way?
Poor Kagami. By the way, what's with the man?
Abyss is a high-level organization in the police department. You do technically outrank me, ma'am.
Huh. Really?
Cool!
But you don't need to worry about the formalities with me.
What? For real? I can be casual with you?
Do you want to get your ass kicked?
Sorry, ma'am.
Shh. How's the investigation going?
I've finished gathering DNA samples. It's being sent to forensics now. I'm sure the results will be out shortly.
How you doing, bro?
Would you like to check the corpse with X-ray mode?
Yeah. It's unlikely, but maybe the right half of the body is buried in the ground.
You could simply flip the body over.
No way. I don't want to see that cut. Especially not down there.
In that case...
Yeah, literally go straight down the dick.
How's this?
Thanks. I see now. That body is definitely just the left half.
I will get the more shocking facts out of the way first. The estimated time of death is approximately 9 hours ago.
Interesting.
What? 9 hours ago?
999?
It is currently 9 o'clock, so that would mean he was killed around 12.
Wait. Hold on. 6 years ago,
Hold that thought. There's more. As you can see, the body was cut in two. There are no other external wounds on the body. It appears that he was sliced in half while he was still alive. As for what was used to cut him, I am sorry, but that cannot be determined.
Samurai sword.
What do you mean?
Judging by the cross-section, it is clear that it was not a blade. It could not be a laser or pressurized water either.
Then what was it?
As I said, I do not know. The body was cut at the molecular level.
I almost wonder if this is quite literally like the space-time continuum cut him, right? Like one arm and one half of his body was like through like a portal through time or some shit, and the other half was on the other side, and literally like split him in two, leaving one half behind in one era and another in another era.
There is hardly any blood left in the body. It could be speculated that the corpse was left with the cut section facing the ground. However, there are no traces of any blood flow on the ground. Therefore, it is clear that he was murdered at some other location.
Huh. Had his shit drained out, I guess? It's cut at a molecular level about 9 hours ago. See skeleton's left half. Evidence marker. Oh, corpse face.
That's definitely Jin Furoe.
Yeah. The same face we saw 6 years ago at Studio Divita.
Jin was a young industrialist. He was quite famous and often made media appearances. This cannot possibly be a stranger who happens to look like him.
Six years ago, Jin Furue's body was discovered in Studio Divita, and now, his left half was found here at the stadium. And yet his time of death is 12 o'clock today, which means that half his body was alive very recently. What the hell is going on? My brain is doing cartwheels trying to figure this out.
Hey!
Aiba?
Hold on, did Aiba just appear?
Yeah.
Wait, let me put my earphones in.
Can you hear me, boss?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Hi, Aiba. I see you through virtual or augmented reality. You have some hands behind you? Oh. Sorry, it was Kagami's hands. Sorry. All I saw was like floating hands and nothing else. I was like, are you like scratching her back with some like VR hands? What if Jin has a twin brother?
I looked into Jin Furue's family background. Not only did he not have a twin, but there is no record of him ever having siblings.
What if the right and left half belong to different people?
I, of course, did consider it a possibility, but both faces match perfectly. The rest depends on the DNA results.
What if the body was frozen?
There are no signs of him ever having been frozen. That half-body was definitely alive until just recently.
What if he was still alive with just the left half?
What?
I don't know.
I mean, the heart is in the left half of the body.
I get it. You think they might have sewn the body back together.
No, there are no traces of that.
Yeah, just put that shit right together. It's all good. I like Dio, right? Just gotta fucking slide that shit back into place.
And were you two being serious?
Yes.
You do realize the cerebrum, brainstem, and spinal cord were completely severed in two?
And you do realize we're inside of a fucking Uchikoshi game, Aiba. Anything's possible.
I have no idea what's going on, but this case is definitely connected to the incident 6 years ago.
Which means the half-body case isn't over yet.
6 years ago, I was 12. I obviously wasn't an abyss then. I wasn't part of the investigation at all. I didn't know much about the case. I did see some of the investigation documents during my training, but the information there wasn't much better than the information on the internet, so I couldn't get the full picture.
Hey, Aiba, how much do you know about the HB serial killings?
As you know, my knowledge of the case is about the same as yours.
And about the same as Google's.
Due to the explosion 6 years ago, I lost all of my memories from a few days before that point.
Oh.
And due to poor connection, I was unable to send or retrieve any backups.
So okay. So what happened to Date, essentially? Okay. This is why she doesn't know what happened to Date either.
What about you, boss?
Same for me. Ryuki was the one on the case at the time.
Okay, we're starting to get a bit of a picture here. I guess the other question, Mizuki, how did you lose your eye?
I don't know anything other than what he reported.
What about the stuff he didn't report?
I'm not a psychic. How would I know something that he didn't tell me?
Aiba, where's Ryuki now?
I've determined the location from Tama's GPS. Currently, Ryuki seems to be in Golden Yokocho.
Map of movement. Once you can move to a different area, a map will be displayed on the bottom of the screen. Use the map to open the map and choose a destination. Okay, well, seeing as we're gonna go visit the guy, I assume he must still look the same? Golden Yokocho. Let's go! Well, this is interesting. Now we're back to his perspective.
Mizuki Date, 12 years old. Her former name is Okiura, but she was adopted by my superior officer, Kaname Date.
Well, that's interesting.
That's why I've met her a few times before.
Like the time you carried Date home on your back after he had one too many rounds.
I don't know. Not his guardian, you know. He got all giddy about taking a long vacation. He's probably at a cabaret club in Meguro right now, pouring some ponzu on that Reika chick's fat thighs.
Damn! He's probably visiting with the Secretary-chan, the other best character in the last game. Had the best ending, too. What are you doing, Mizuki?
What? Isn't it obvious? Iris is totally freaking out, so I'm helping her calm down.
Iris, what the fuck? What are you doing here?
When are you letting me leave, anyway? That other detective said you still had questions you needed to ask. So...
Do you know the victim?
Of course. Jin Furue, right? I've seen him online a bunch of times.
I know her name, without asking. Iris Sagan. I was introduced before the show started, and...
She was involved in the new Cyclops serial killings that happened last November.
Okay. Okay, so last November. So it's been, I'm assuming, like less than a year.
You read the reports.
Yeah, so I know enough about what happened. Mr. Date was also on that case.
Oh, by the way, this case and the new Cyclops serial killings are not related, though that is just a hunch. Are you okay?
Does she look okay to you?
No. She looks like Iris.
I already talked to the other detective. I want to go home already.
Do you know the victim?
Teleportation.
Oh god, she's about to be like, parallel worlds are real. Say it, Iris. Say the line.
What?
That body teleported here from a parallel world.
I fucking knew it. Say the she's saying it. Look, she's saying the thing.
But only half of his body was able to make it through.
Goddamn, you're right, Iris. To be fair, that's what I was saying.
That's why he was split in half.
It has to be. This is Uchikoshi we're talking about.
Jeez.
So the thing is, like, I think that she was seemingly supposed to be past this, right? Because a lot of this was supposed to be due to, like, a brain tumor, I think, of hers, right? That was affecting her ability to distinguish between reality. So that was, like, the reason why she was had all these, like, the sort of kind of paranoid delusions that were not actually real. But I think they ended up fixing it, right? And getting rid of it. So I kind of thought that she wouldn't be, like, saying that. But to be fair, I'm saying it, too. And I mean, but I'm also aware it's a video game and an Uchikoshi game. So, you know, that's what Iris was to act as here. She's trembling. Hey dude, it's Moma.
His name is Moma Kumakura. He's a leader of the Kumakura gang, which is under the Uchisaki family.
Yeah, he's kind of a goofball.
I know. The Kumakuras are known for being peculiar, even among Yakuza.
Bunch of weirdos.
But why is their leader at a live-streamed quiz show?
Why am I here either? Who's the man sitting next to you?
Oh, you mean Shinpei.
Shinpei?
Shinpei Wagai. That's his name. He was one of our members until just recently.
Yeah, this guy's, if I remember right, this guy actually is voiced by Gohan.
Was?
Hey, he went clean. Left the life completely.
And where is he now?
Who knows? The moment he saw the corpse, he flew out of the room, white as a sheet. He's probably puking into a toilet somewhere.
Thanks, Mama. Do you know the victim?
Anyway, it's real fucked up. Even people in my world wouldn't kill someone so gruesomely. That bastard. Scaring Tessa like this.
That's right, he's a huge fucking Iris weeb, too.
Whoever did this better make sure the cops get to him before I do.
Oh, hey, there's the detective guy we saw before. You're?
We work in the same building and you don't know my name. Can't blame you, though. You're new.
Okay, so... yeah, so Ryuki here did come in after Date did, or after like the end of the last game. So that continuity I think still makes sense. So since this guy's basically a new guy that showed up after the events of the last game.
Metro PD, major crimes. Name's Ushidera.
That's what I'm getting at least.
Huh. I already know all about you. No need to say it. Kurita Ryuki, 23 years old.
Really? He's 23 years old? God, he looks way younger. He looks younger than Mizuki did. Really? Okay, well, in that case, he's probably actually not going to look that different when I guess we'll eventually see him in the present day.
Due to your excellent marks, you skipped a few grades at an elite private university and graduated at 21. Afterward, you went through training at Police Academy for 15 months and were accepted into Abyss last summer. It's incredibly rare for anyone to get into Abyss without having stepped foot on a crime scene. Don't tell me you slept your way in with Boss.
Of course I didn't. I took the formal exam and Boss acknowledged my abilities.
You mean your endurance? You're a young guy.
Damn.
Yeah, Boss definitely seems more into the marathons than the sprints.
What are you talking about?
Well, Ryuki, when a man and a woman love each other very much...
You don't have to explain it. I get it.
Interesting. Okay, I'm already right off the bat getting this guy's definitely not like smaller Date. He definitely does not seem to be like the same level of horny dude that we've seen a billion times, which I actually appreciate.
Unfortunately, nothing yet. HQ still hasn't gotten any reports about the half-body being found. Hell, maybe it's never going to be found.
Huh?
What if that body crossed over time and space to get here? It's possible, right?
Yeah.
No?
No? Interesting. Hey, there he is. Ask his name.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I had a bad experience. I try not to tell people my name.
Then I'll tell you instead. His name is Kagami.
Kagami, huh?
Huh? How did you know?
Say it again.
Why does this keep happening? Is my name cursed or something?
Do it again.
I can do is laugh now.
Hide the pain!
I told you, it's Kagami!
Do it again. I already know his name. I don't think I need to ask it again. Pretty sure I know his name. Probably need to ask. What's his name?
I'm sorry. What was your name?
Oh, come on. I'm sure you actually remember.
Mimiga, was it? Ah, my mistake. It's Mimigawa, isn't it?
It's neither.
This wasn't apparently a Date issue. Everybody has the same problem with this guy.
No need to shout, Kagami.
Oh, I knew it.
Fucking knew it. Do you know the victim?
Jin Furue? Yes, of course I know about him. I actually follow him on Twitter.
Twitter?
He cuts through all the BS of the modern world. He is insightful, inspiring in a way.
How's the investigation on the body?
Well...
What? You still haven't taken DNA samples?
Easier said than done. Most of the blood was drained from the body, so we have no choice but to take samples from the organs. Wait, hey, this is no place for a kid.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're right next to the body.
So?
So? Well, you could be traumatized for life seeing something like this.
I'm fine. I've seen worse.
Anyway, you're in the way.
Fine.
Well, there you have it.
So in other words, you don't have anything.
Look at this strange man, Kameji.
I think he introduced himself to me before the show started. His name was Andy's Kameji, I think.
That's his stage name, of course. His real name is Yoneharu Enda. He's a comedian.
I've never heard of him before.
And a Minecraft character.
He must not be very good.
Oh, and I suppose you can do better, asshole. What do you know about comedians? Listen, comedians are all doing their best so they can bring people joy.
Jesus Christ!
And here you are, just...
Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't say it for more than half a year now, so I still have a hard time understanding what sets her off. I had no idea that was a sensitive subject. Where am I?
Are you still out of it, Mr. Ryuki? This is Studio Devaita in Minato Roppongi. It's a rental studio mostly used for live streaming, filming, that kind of thing.
About the quiz show.
Did you really not understand what you were getting into when you agreed to this?
We arrived here right as the stream was about to begin. They made us sit in the contestant seat right away without telling us anything.
Well, the title of our show is right there.
Faith to Face, our special 6-hour live stream marathon, brought to you by Amabi TV.
We cut the stream, of course, but the cameras should have been running when that body appeared.
Amabi TV is a live streaming internet service for PC and smartphone. The quiz show Faith to Face is one of the shows. It's a mildly popular show with everyday people as contestants.
I'm sure all of Japan, or even the world, tuning in on the internet is in shock right now.
Or staff.
They're being questioned by the police in the waiting room. Mr. Ryuki, aren't you with the police too?
Well, yes.
Abyss is a high-level investigation police agency. They don't get along well with regular police officers and often have a hard time getting them to share information. It's monitored for watching the contestants. It's a poem used by the host. Why are we here?
Hey, what's going on with you? Memory problems? Brain disorder or something? You look like you're losing it a little.
No, it's nothing.
Boss was invited here by Ma, a host from Kabuki show. Ma told her, let's go on this online show together. It looks so fun.
It's actually literally voiced by Dio, Patrick Sates.
But immediately after she showed up, she was sent a Nile message that read, sorry, something came up.
So in other words, he flaked on her.
Boss tried to go home, but the show's staff stopped her and begged her to find a replacement.
So she called up her obedient underling, huh? How convenient.
Yeah, you remember now?
Remember? You never told me anything about this Ma guy.
Ah, so Tama told you. After I asked her not to.
Who's in charge of this case?
Well, there's no one else available, so would you mind taking care of it?
What? Me?
I know this case could get dangerous. It might be too hot to assign to a rookie. But then again, you have a reliable partner with you.
I'll give you hands-on assistance for this investigation.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. She's actually going to be the horny one of the group? My eye? Damn. About the body.
It's Jin Furue, no doubt about it. He was like an advisor who represented the young talent. I saw him a lot on the news online. This is so strange. Why just his right half?
Alright.
The estimated time of death was about 40 hours ago. Today is February 10th. Current time 2200, which means he died around 6 o'clock February 9th.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did she just say the estimated time of death was about 40 hours ago, not 9 hours?
Yesterday morning.
There's hardly any blood left in his body. His body must have been left with his legs slightly raised and the cut side facing the ground. Blood naturally flowed out as a result, leaving the cut surprisingly clean and visible. The cut appears to have been made by something far thinner than paper.
Thinner than paper?
For example, something with zero thickness, like a 2D surface.
There's no such...
What's more is that it doesn't seem like the connections between molecules were severed. The structure of the molecules themselves have been cut.
So this is going to be a little hard to understand, so feel free to skip this if you'd like. Among scientific bonds, there's an intermolecular bond, which uses electrons to bond, and the intermolecular bond, which is bonding of molecules themselves. Intermolecular bonds are stronger than intermolecular bonds, so when something is cut in half, it is usually the intermolecular bond that's severed. However, Jin Furue's body was severed at an intramolecular bond level. That's it for the science part. Please continue to enjoy the main story. Thank you. What all happened? It's yesterday at 6.
Fray to free?
Fray can mean battle, tatter, ravel, or strain. Free is self-explanatory.
To set free or release.
So the phrase could mean something like fight to set free.
And a QR code.
What's with that QR code?
The thing is, there seems to be an error in the Abyss communication system. We're having issues getting online.
What? Come on.
What? You got a problem with that?
No, not at all.
Fight for freedom, huh? Camp with the tripod? Let's see, what else am I missing here? Police officer, any new intel?
Please, don't rush me. I'm doing the best I can.
Looks like he's just standing there to me.
Yeah.
This is the guy who was cold, right? How about the body?
Is it true that body appeared out of nowhere? It's hard to believe, but...
How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might!
What the hell, Ryuki? Fucking pull it out. Look at this crazy ass face right now, too. Pulling out a fucking All Might reference.
Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
You okay, Mr. Ryuki? I feel like you aren't exactly sound of mind right now.
It's fine, it's normal. Ryuki can oftentimes get weird like this. He isn't doing well mentally. One of my jobs is to support him. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. I was like, that's kind of random. Oh, the face. I fucking always forget the damn face.
Wait.
What is it?
This might not be related to the case, but I just thought of something. Ryuki, would you mind moving closer to the body?
He's missing one of his back teeth.
Yes, the first molar of his upper jaw was completely removed from its root.
Ow.
Judging by the impression left in the gums, it looks like it was removed just recently. The identity of the deceased has been confirmed through facial recognition. Jin Furue, 29 years old, the CEO of Music Food Co. Ltd. He's also an executive at several IT firms, consultation companies, investment firms, and advertising agencies. His columns and essays are featured in various magazines and online media. He's quite a successful author.
It's interesting, this music's actually exactly the same from the previous game, too. The same, like, investigation theme. It's a good theme.
By the way, Ryuki, there's something about the corpse's head that's been bothering me. It's hard to see from here, so here's the image I took earlier.
What's this?
It's an enlarged picture of Jin's temporal region, near the back of his head.
Ew.
It's hard to see because of the hair in the way, but there are signs of traumatic subcutaneous hematoma. In other words, there's bruising. I think he got hit with a blunt object.
Someone hit him from behind?
Probably, but I don't think this is a fatal wound. There's no damage to the skull or brain itself. And as you can clearly see, his cause of death was being split in half. There are no other visible wounds besides the head trauma. He must have been cut in two while he was alive. Ryuki, I've got a connection. The QR code link. It leads to a ViewCube page.
Will it lead to the same video we saw earlier?
You mean...
Yes, the video streaming site.
Whose account does the channel belong to?
No idea. It was registered using an alias.
Okay. Open it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please open it?
That's better.
Damn. Sassy eyeball actually might be the same thing that we saw earlier then. Yep. Same weird trippy video. It's a fucking acid trip, bro. I'm tripping dicks, bro. Then after this, it says Adult Swim. Because we know if you're up this late, you're clearly doing some kind of drugs. The end. Good video. Ricky's like, what?
What's wrong, Ryuki?
Oh god. Blah, 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 blah. Ah, blah, blah, blah. What the hell? See you in the future. Is that Chinese? I mean, no. That's not coming out of his mouth isn't Chinese, but I think that's Chinese written down there. Translate that for me, guys. You actually, I wonder if you could. You probably could take like a translation app and face it at that part and get something.
Hey.
Hold on. I am almost curious to try this. It's gonna like spoil the entire game for me. Okay, so I ran this through like a translator thing. I'm getting like part of it, but it's not like full. I don't know. It's not doing the greatest job, but like I think the first line here says it's a graveyard. And then I think there might be more to it, but I'm not getting all the message. Then it says the sword is a sword and the sword is sewn. And then I get W-O, like it didn't finish detecting all of it or something. Stupid app. No, this actually is, I think, Japanese, apparently. Through meteorite won a silk. The fuck? Yeah, this thing's not translating. It's super great. You guys can probably give me a better one. It just, yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Crazy Ryuki here. Boom! Gold tooth. Is that actually a result from the last game? I think he has a tooth knocked out or something at some point. He might have. Well, so much for that guy.
Team Zero Escape presents.
Oh my god, look at this dude. Uchikoshi. Another one of those weird videos, it looks like. Oh, I saw Oda. Oda's coming back. You thought he was dead, but no, he's back from the dead.
Because we all know that Oda canonically died in the last game. AI. Ugh. The Somnium Files, Deuce. Nirvana Initiative.
Cool.
Oh, it's Brahmin.
You are familiar with it?
Yeah, I've been here a bunch of times. Ryuki is supposed to be here?
I'm certain of it.
Okay, let's go in.
Nah, he looks pretty much the same, I think. God, he looked so young before. All right, guys. Well, I think this is probably a good place to end things here for now, but we're off to a good start here. I'm already liking the setup here, and it's got my mind erasing here with questions. But if you guys are excited for this series, please leave a like and a favorite. It really does help me out. And subscribe if you're not already. Become a picky penguin. Aboard this LP, where the day's always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.